and they're originally from Malaysia. Her husband wants to move back, and she believes that she is living a better life in Sudan where she is, in terms of religious education and religious practice. Her husband wants to move back, so she needs an advice. A general advice is that where you can invest in raising your children properly, in a way that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in a way that it secures for them a reasonable life, that they will learn what pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they will be able to perform what Allah ordered properly. They will be surrounded with the proper company. You would have helpers, أعوان على الخير, helpers, to encourage you to do as much as you can with good deeds and abstain from the ma'asi. Then this is where I should be living at. Since both countries are Muslim countries, I personally love Malaysia. I visited it, and there are a lot of beautiful things there, and especially the capital. And of course, there are a lot of Islamic centers and masajid and Islamic education, Islamic university, etc. Some people cannot afford that. Rather, they find it more available somewhere else. So follow your instinct, and where you can find better guidance. It doesn't mean that I'm saying this country is better than that country. As a matter of fact, one sheikh once, and the sheikh was from Sudan, his students visited Egypt. So one of them, upon his return, while the sheikh was teaching in his halqa, he asked him, how was your trip to Egypt? He said, Sheikh, Egypt is full of corruption, a lot of belly dancers, and people drink. And he said, Sadaqt, you're right. Then a while later, another student who visited Egypt returned, and the sheikh asked him, how was your trip to Egypt? He said, Sheikh, Egypt is the country of Islam, is the country of Al-Azhar, a lot of education, good people, good company, and a lot of great scholars. I benefited a lot. He said, Sadaqt, you're right. So the students were amazed. The sheikh said, you're right to both views, were completely on the opposite. He said, don't be amazed. One whose aim was to find corruption, to look for belly dancers and bad places, he found what he was looking for. While the other was looking for hilaqul ilm, where he can study and attend religious education classes, and he found what he was aiming at. So basically, you can always find what you want. Bottom line is, I personally decide to move where I can raise my children in an Islamic way, because the best investment in life is investing in raising your children properly. How good is it to raise your children carrying big degrees, not just BA and Master's, PhD, in whatever, but the kids abandon the deen or do not know how to pray properly. They can barely read the Quran. They do not recognize halal and haram. And meanwhile, they have a great deal of asset, of money, of properties, of real estate. All of that doesn't count. What really counts is, you know, when you read the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, which says, whenever the son of Adam dies, all his deeds will come to end except from 3 ways. One of them is أَوَّلَدٍ صَالِحٍ يَدْعُ لَهُ. When you think about it, when you contemplate this idea that when you die, you will have somebody who will continue to benefit you. You will still earn hasanat and good deeds through leaving behind a good, righteous child, a boy or a girl, who will remember you in their dua. Every good thing they do, you get a similar reward. Before we begin the program, our colleagues were asking me that we need to collect some fund in order to make a continuous charity, sadaqah jariyah, for our brother Kareem, and we were discussing that. Imagine when you leave behind a righteous son or daughter who are very eager to benefit you after your death. How would you achieve that? By investing in them properly. Not by commemorating your death after 40 days and the anniversary and that's it, but on daily basis, in every salah, in their sujood, they say, رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيَّ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ يَوْمَ قُومُ الْحِسَابِ. They pray for you, they pray for the entire ummah. So if I can find a place where I can achieve my goal in Egypt, that's perfectly fine. In Mecca, in Medina, in Malaysia, in Sudan, as long as it's a Muslim country, we have to strive hard in order to achieve this ultimate goal with regards to raising our children. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us in the Quran to take care of our responsibility and those who are under our guardianship, or we will be liable for any defect or drawback that is because of our lacking behind or not doing our job properly.